What's going on, people? Welcome to the full view. We're a couple short, but it basically is still a full view, so don't you guys worry about that. Happy Sunday. Good evening to everyone. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. Big up to Faz, big up to DJ, big up to Owen, big up to Marcel, and big up to all you guys at home, man. Listen, we do have a lot of fun on these. Diva says no Cam or KG. Come on, man. I know. They were busy today. What can you say? They were busy.
Fighting.
They were busy. Do you know what I'm saying? They were busy fighting. They're doing their own thing. Footage is coming from that afterwards. I know we have a lot of fun on this show. And tonight's still going to be that. But we have to have one of them serious ones where it's an actual proper debate and we all air what's going on here. We're going to be talking about, is it time to really panic? Should we be panicking as Man United fans? Should we be frustrated as Man United fans? Should we be calm as Man United fans? Should we be relaxed as Man United fans? We're going to talk about that in terms of the transfer window. There's also reports from Alex Crook that was kind of coming out today saying that Anthony and De Jong will almost certainly be arriving at Old Trafford. There's noise about that. There's talks about Harry Maguire again as well. He's set for showdown talks with Eric Ten Hag about the captaincy. We got a lot to get into. So everyone, get your popcorn, get your food, get your tea, get your alcohol, whatever it is you have, go get it and stay tuned in because we're going to get into it. And also bring your opinions in the chat as well. I want to read out as many of your comments as possible, super chats, free seats, everything. And we'll get some polls going as well. And Dumfries links as well. We saw that as well. Denzel Dumfries as well. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. Right. Let's get into this. Faz, I'm going to start with you, man. Let's start with you. A lot's been going on. We haven't signed anyone. A lot's been going on the online world, football Twitter world. A lot of opinion out there. In Planet Faz, on your planet, on Planet Faz, how are we feeling? Are we feeling calm or are we feeling pissed off? Are we feeling annoyed? Are we feeling like it's the same old stuff? Where are you at?
I've gone through my wave of emotions where I'm angry that Man United aren't doing much. Man United being the same Man United when it comes to transfers. But now I'm a bit amused by everything that's going on. We're so bad that we're entertaining crazy transfer stuff. We're entertaining crazy transfer.
What do you mean we? Do you mean the fans? Or you mean
fans, but more so the media. Okay. Lewandowski to Manchester United. It's so bad. It's so bad that mythical stuff is happening around our club when it comes to the media and the news. It's that bad. We are not serious candidates. I swear to God, we're not serious candidates anymore. We're a bunch of Man United, a bunch of jokers. That's what we are. We're a bunch of jokers. Ain't no panicking here. Nobody's panicking. You panic when you're going towards a good transfer window, going towards looking to get a good player, someone else sweeps in. We're just people, the clubs look at us, players look at us, agents look at us like a bunch of dossers. That's what we are. Dossers. Begging players to come to our club. Having to tell them that we have a plan and a vision to come to our club. We're dossing about.
So where do you stand? So where do you stand in terms of people are saying, why haven't we signed anyone? We're the same old Man United. Nothing's changing because we haven't signed anybody yet. Versus keep calm. There's still a long way of the window. We will get played. Where do you stand on that?
Yes, transfer window's just opened. Yes, there's time left. But when you're going on a rebuild, as everybody claims that we are, right? And I agree we are. Why aren't we going and having advanced? Why am I not hearing advanced talks? I don't understand, Flex. Why am I hearing random mythical transfer stuff in the news? Because clearly we're not doing anything. We were linked to every player in Ajax. Now we're linked to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's what we're linked to. We're linked to anyone and everyone. There's no pattern to this transfer window. It doesn't make sense. Owen said this in the last few streams. There might be a transfer saga pending with Frankie de Jong. There's no direction. Are we tackling a position at a time? Is Manchester United tackling a position at a time? Is Manchester United got a list of players that they're going ahead? Nobody on this panel, nobody who's watching can tell me that Manchester United have got a plan. We're attacking the transfer market head on. We're not. It's not panic mode, but it's BS mode. That's what it is. Because we're not attacking anyone. We're just like, we're interested in this. Maybe someone like this. He needs convincing. This guy woke up and answered the phone. This guy is going and doing this with that club. That's all that's going on.
Faz says it's not quite panic mode, but it's basically bullshit mode. Marcel, where are you? Where are you with this? Is it really time to panic? Because some people, like I said to Faz before, are really annoyed. KG was done. KG side of the things was excellent, and a lot of people agreed with KG when he was saying, "I've got no faith in this club." You have to understand why fans are angry. You're seeing other teams get deals done already, even though the window's only been open a few days, and we still haven't done anything apart from monitor De Jong and monitor Timber and the Anthony situation. Are you relaxed about it though, or are you seeing where people are coming from?
So, firstly, KG's only become this kind of KG very recently. Maybe the last, it was 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. KG only became this guy where he starts speaking sense and balanced opinions. He converted from vibes KG to serious KG, maybe 2 streams ago. And that stream, I said to everybody, guys, relax, please. Let these people work. The window has just opened. Please let these people do their jobs. They've just come into office. We've centralized the scouting network. We've taken away 2 scouts. We've done so much things. Let's just relax right now. I believe that Ten Hag has come. He started early. He came to the club early, just so that he can start the ball rolling early. A man like Oli would have gone home. He's a yes man. He would have gone home, had his holiday, and come, and we would have been even more panic stations if this was a different manager. Ten Hag has specifically come early to office so that he can get this ball rolling. We need to relax, everybody. The window has just opened. No more than 2 days ago or something. I believe that Frankie de Jong was going to come to the club and play alongside his football father, Erik ten Hag. And I believe that work is being done with Timber to come and join the club. Let's see what happens. It's not like there's a 4 weeks left to go until the window's shut. That's not the predicament that we're in. Let's just
Everyone is saying, "You sure you want to relax after our worst season ever? Have we got time to just relax and chill?"
But we have time to allow these people to work. Let's let these people work for a bit. The window's only been a little while, and we've been linked with everyone, guys. We're Manchester United Football Club. It's going to happen. If you guys don't have the metal for that, then halas. But at the end of the day, guys, we are Manchester United Football Club. Be prepared. Be very prepared. Everybody's going to be linked with us. But we know that this job right now requires patience, and it requires just a little bit of calm from everybody. It's a difficult job. It's a very difficult job that he's going into. Let's not have your cup of tea every morning. Have your biscuit every morning. I said it last time, Weetabix. You guys are asking me what I have for my breakfast. Have my breakfast, guys. Porridge with some fruit on the side. And just relax every day. The players are going to come.
Biscuit and warm water on Netflix.
They have to do a convincing job. They have to convince us. These players have to be convinced to come to this club. Sorry, guys. We're not a top club anymore. We're not. Do you get it? The best players want Champions League football. We don't have it. So we have to show them the credentials, and they have to ponder on that decision. Majority of the players, it's going to be like that. Even if you're to go for the best player in a lesser club, which is the kind of market we should be going for, top players in lower clubs. But if you want the players that are going to make the big impact now, they have to be convinced on the project that's going to unfold. It's very simple for me. Frankie de Jong will come and Timber will come.
Oh, big statements there. Let me get to DJ, but 1 second. Imran says, day 3 of the transfer window and it's panic stations. Lord, give me strength with these fans. Basically agreeing with Marcel in terms of just chill out. Some people are saying, just before was one of the free seats saying, we should have someone signed already. No excuses. We need so much, and this board is doing the same old crap, says Cheesy. And KG have some points. All the club is doing the work, but United are not. And if United were doing shuttle runs like Marcel, I would be confident, says Calamity. Exactly, Marcel, says Joseph. And Philip says City signed Haaland before the season ended, which again, I think that's very, very different, though. It's different. It's a release. Go for it, Marcel.
That business, they've been looking for a striker for 2 whole years, guys. They knew that they needed this piece for 2 whole years. So at the end of the day, that was business already looked at ages ago. It's completely different.
What are you saying to that, Faz? Just quick. We are going to come to DJ, but just off the back of that, Faz, what do you mean?
Wake up every morning, have my porridge, have my tea, look at the players go by, look at Liverpool come and show you the middle finger and say, move. Let me even go with the lower bid, give some add-ons, take the player. Let us just sit and keep watching. Like someone said in the comments, I just saw, he said, let them work FC. Let us work. Keep working. Keep working while the players go by. We're just holding our own and watching through the window. That's what we're doing. We're watching the birds fly past the window. That's what we're doing.
But Faz,
We need
could
to
we have
be active.
signed? Could we have signed Haaland or Nunes? Two players who didn't want to come to Manchester United. One's a release clause, the other's 85 million. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about when it comes to that kind of thing? Darwin Nunes wanted Champions League football. Darwin Nunes wanted Champions League football, and he wanted to play for Jurgen Klopp. Done. This is what I don't understand about it all. Like, people go and then they go, it's not about Darwin Nunes. It seems like it, because everyone's losing their mind over Darwin Nunes. Make no mistake, he'll probably do very well at Liverpool. He's probably a good player, but he wanted to play for Liverpool. He wanted to go to Klopp. He insisted, I want to go to Liverpool. So that's a bit different from us missing out. And people go, oh, we were talking to him for weeks. Yeah, and it didn't happen because he wanted to go to Liverpool. He wanted to play Champions League. Once they put on that table, Champions League, I want to play that, we're out. Once they put on the table 85 million, we're out. We've got to sign 5 or 6 players this summer. And people could say, well, Frankie de Jong, he wants Champions League football. Yeah, but he used to play for Erik ten Hag. We do have an in there. We can convince him. We couldn't convince Darwin Nunes. Move on. Different one. Different person. And I just don't understand when it comes to all of this. Like I said, this perception of we're not doing anything or we're not going after people. We've been linked to like 500 players. If only 1% of those is true, we'll sign like 5 people this summer. You know, and I know it's annoying. Let it play out. This board, this club doesn't deserve to have the patience bestowed upon them to let it play out. But what else are we going to do? Because if we sit here every single day and go, day 2, day 3, they're not doing anything. Day 4, they're not doing it. We're going to drive ourselves crazy. I already feel myself going crazy. And it's only been 2 days into this window.
Well, I tell you what, Owen, come last day of the transfer window, if we're making left, right, and center crazy signings because the transfer window is closing, I'm going to cook everyone.
I agree. I agree with you. And I would as well.
You know how I am.
And I would.
If it comes to push the shove, yeah, and last day of the transfer window, the window's about to close, and then we're panicking. I'm going to cook.
I would agree. But guess what? That's what? That's the 1st of September. That's like nearly 2 months away.
Yeah.
Panic.
That's a lot of porridge and teas in the morning, Faz. Just relax.
Yeah. Again, I go to the exam.
Brother. That's a lot of porridge and tea for you to get through. Okay?
Go to the exam principle, right? Again, how can we get our grade for the transfer window when the test isn't even for 2 months? We've got ages.
I've already seen you shaking your finger. I've already seen you angry. Just
I'm telling you.
I tell you what. Then I felt like I was back at school. She wagging his finger at me.
Just relax. Get the porridge, honey as well, please,
mate.
and some fruit. That's it.
DJ has just been taking this all in before he hits us with what he's got to say. I was about to come to him and then just went off in a different direction. This is what happens on the Full View. DJ, I'm going to get these super chats out and then the floor is yours. WJ Barrett says, we can't all be hysterical. We have a new manager, not the time to be toxic and rash when the window opened 2 days ago. There was a super chat here. Hold on, here you go. From Pranay. So since we are in a rebuild phase, it's very important to be proactive and have our targets in time before the preseason and at least at the start and start training together. Otherwise, we are just delaying the process. So basically saying that they need to be in before preseason at least. I do agree with that. Nate H says, Flex came back from vacations as Marcel. LOL. Listen, no one's immune.
I do shuttle runs. That's what happens.
Yeah,
you've been doing shuttle runs on the beach.
This and this is why I love the community and I love the people on it because it's like anyone can get it right now. I ain't flavor of the week. People ain't feeling my opinion right now, and the United View community is communicating, and they're saying, "Flex, you got sunstroke." Yeah, I made up a word, Owen. Owen, look to the. I didn't do the uni thing. I made up a word. I did, but they've spoken and they're saying like Flex has got sunstroke. So heat rash, whatever, from Jamaica, that's fine. I'm sticking, but also they've been saying, Flex, get off the fence. I've got off the fence. I don't like it. They want me back on there. Because I think there's no need to panic right now. CJ says, we are moving like we can't sell players when trying to sign one. And we really haven't worked with any other deal apart from De Jong. Change where? And Daly says, big question, is De Jong the right player? ? Deep hit. And super chat from, I've read that one already. I think we're good, right? Not KG, DJ. Stage is yours.
Yeah, man. So I just think that we all need to just calm down. The reason why is, if you look where we finished last season, we're not the main attraction anymore. So it was always going to be hard anyway to convince, the players that we want to come to this club, that we're not playing in the Champions League. That's a big thing to get over when you're a professional footballer. If this team can't offer you Champions League football, or the team isn't doing well, or not going in an upward trajectory, as a footballer, you got to be selfish. You got to think about your career. So it's always going to take time to try and convince players. The transfer window's only been open, 2-3 days, or whatever it is. And, I do believe there's going to be deals done. Last season was one of the worst seasons I've ever witnessed as a United fan in my long memory. That is literally one of the worst seasons ever. So it's safe to say, in my opinion, that this United board, this United team, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something because they don't want a repeat of that last season. Last season was disgusting. So in terms of a rebuild, we're going to have to buy players. So whether they do it now or whether they do it right at the end of the transfer window, whatever, as long as the players come in, I'm good. And as long as we get the right type profile players, I'm easy. So I'm just going to sit back because we've always been shit at transfers anyway. So nothing was going to change this season after one of our worst seasons. So let's just sit back, let these people work and see what happens at the end of the window. It's only just opened. Just relax. Just relax.
Ben says, fans act like players commodities. The club can offer everything and the player can still choose another club. Quality, unfree transfers are not quick. Faz, when people are saying, well, actually, let's take KG's point for instance, because I know a lot of people agreed with him on the last stream. And obviously from looking on the internet today, this is why we're talking about this. When people say they have every right to not have faith in this club because, look at the track record of transfers, look at the track record of getting stuff done. When people argue that it's not the point that we didn't get Nunes, it's the point that why did we even try when he's out of our budget? Why do we even try if we don't have Champions League football? We know that's what he's looking for. Why don't we look somewhere else? When people say those sorts of things, is that something you can get behind in terms of why people are frustrated?
Yeah, I can understand why people are frustrated, but I'm also on, I'm not totally against the board as well. The new people in the role that we have to put faith in, regardless of what we say. Loads of people at higher up position have left and they've been replaced, and we have to trust this road that we're going down with the new manager as well. But when it comes to stuff like these transfers, we're still, deep down inside, we're still Manchester United. I have been the number one person saying we aren't that club anymore. I have been saying it, but we're still Manchester United. And if we're going to be looking to build anything and get anyone, we've got to have some sort of balls on us, don't we?
But Faz, ain't that a contradiction though?
I get you.
We're not that guy anymore. We're not that team anymore, but we're Man United. We're not those guys, period. So
but you can't be either, or you can't be left or right. You can't. We can't just be pushovers, and we can't be a massive club going out and making 100 million bids. We can't, but we have to find a good middle ground here. We can't just be the club that gets pushed over, that dosses about in the transfer, that is linked to 500 players that are not even, we do not even know which ones are serious. We don't even know which ones are our top targets. There were names about Declan Rice thrown about, Conte, this, that, every single Tom, Dick, and Harry's thrown about. My issue is, and this is what the most simplest English, why do we not seem to have a plan?
That's all my question. Faz, those people we're linked to, how can United realistically do anything about that? How much of that even is Manchester United at all? If an agent goes out there, I spoke to Man United when obviously they didn't, or a newspaper because they know it'll get the most clicks, this player's going to Man United. Well, what can United do about that? Isn't that the nature of the beast?
Sure, you have the nature of the
beast. On the top of that, Owen and Faz, quickly, just Faz, we do have a plan. Frankie de Jong is a pivotal to the style of football we're about to embark on. It's that simple. And that's going to take a little bit of time to do, to convince somebody that wants Champions League football. We're taking him from the club that he loves, guys. Let's just remember that he loves this club at Barcelona. That was his dream. That's the pinnacle for most players. So we have to bring him back down now and say, listen, you're playing Europa League football as well. By the way, I don't think he was playing Champions League football next season anyway. But that's just a side note. at the end of the day, we're taking him from the club that he wanted to play for to play and do a project with with Eric Ten Hag. So we do kind of have a plan there, Faz. No, we need a centre back. Timbers looks like the man for the job. So there's a priority and a ranking of in which these deals must be done. You can't. The budget's capped. We're from 150 to 300, whatever it is. So you got to prioritize your main signing. So that's got to be worked on first. There's a plan being in place.
So the plan is Timber, Anthony, and Frankie De Jong. Let's see how long it takes them to sign these 3 players that are part of the plan. Let's see.
Yeah. But what I would before you say that though, start with it, Frankie first. So we can't.
In your order, Frankie De Jong, Timber, Anthony.
No problem.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes them. And if push comes to shove, last week or last day of the transfer window, they're dilly-dallying about, you know who's the chef.
Yeah.
Remember last transfer window? Yeah, we got Sancho early on. Yeah, in like the July. Then we got Varane and announced him on the pitch before the season started. As the season already started, and then the game in between Wolves. I remember going to Molineux and people had a cutout of Ronaldo because the news had been announced. So we got him just before the Wolves game, and then the next game was Newcastle. So the season had already started. So we got our business done late. Obviously, with the names as fans, we said we all still need that defensive midfielder, but we were very happy with that window. We, there wasn't a look how late they got the players. Typical Man United being shit. It was, I tell you what, Ollie, you haven't got a central defensive midfielder. But I tell you what, Sancho, Varane, and Ronaldo, you better mask it because there better be a title challenge. Obviously, that sounds very crazy saying it now because of what happened, but that's where we were this time last. Well, it wasn't this time last year, but that's where we were at the beginning of last season. It was really weird because we actually said we had a good transfer window, and that was with actually not getting Jadon Sancho the window before for 120 million. And waiting and getting him for 77 or whatever it is. What my question is now is, what are we saying then? Obviously, it's still early, so let's part the bit of should we be calm or should we panic? What is a successful window to any takers? What should we look back on this window, considering all the moving parts, considering, okay, you can't give kudos to the club for getting rid of players like KG rightly so said to me yesterday, players that are leaving already, that are on freeze. But they're still part of it, though. But okay, let's not give like praise for that. But what's the ideal window in terms of ins and out? Let's start with DJ.
Yeah, I think the ideal window is just to buy the players that we need the positions filled for. That's what we need to do. Too many times over the years, we've gone and bought luxury players that did we really need it? No, but they're a big name, so we got to fit them in. Like we've done that a bag of times. Let's just buy the players that we need for the positions that we need them for. Let's build a team around.
Which is where for you, DJ? Where's the price? Like where?
Oh, I definitely think 2 midfielders need to come in. Definitely 2 midfielders because we need to change the whole ethos of the midfield. It's just terrible. Yeah. I think there's going to be a decision made between a right winger and a striker. I think we're either going to get one, either or. I don't think we'll get both. If we get both, great. But I think there's going to be either or. And I think a centre back will come in. So that's what De Jong, a CDM, which I think that should be priority in my opinion. De Jong, a CDM, centre back, and either a right winger or a forward, and then you do a lot of sales.
So if we got them 4 positions, I know there's still a lot of outs and people, but if we got them 4 positions for you, would that be a good window? Is that a good window?
I think that is a good window, especially if you get your top targets in those positions, because you can kind of see what Ten Hag's doing. He's just trying to build the spine. So if he gets the centre back that he wants, if he gets the holding midfielder he wants, and then sort of like the orchestrator kind of midfielder in De Jong, that's the spine for him done. The luxury would be a striker and a right winger, but I just think the P's ain't going to stretch. So is he going to be either one, either or? So yeah, I think that's a good window.
Faz, what's ideal for you?
Same.
Yeah, literally exactly the same. Yeah, what about outgoings and stuff like that? Someone just said there in the free seats in capitals. There you go. NWK 360. Why are we not selling anyone in terms of the mixture between?
Window just opened. Have your porridge. Relax. Don't worry. Let the players go to New York or Miami or LA, wherever they're going. Let them shaku on the beat. Don't worry.
Just say shaku.
It's all right. Window just opened. Hashtag window just opened. Last day of the window. Hashtag window just opened.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that ironically, sarcastically, or are you saying that in terms of no?
No,
Actually,
I'm
wait.
gonna go with my peers. What they've said. Window just
No,
opened.
no.
I'm
No.
gonna chill
No.
out. I'm
No.
gonna
No.
calm
No.
down.
No. We're
I'm
not
gonna
doing
calm
that.
down.
We're not
I'm
doing
gonna go
that.
with this.
No, go. I want to. You go.
Where did
No one
passive
should
aggressive
influence
Faz show? When did he show up? When have you ever shied away from an opinion?
You got to go with what you feel. I'm getting pelters, bro. I'm off the fence and I'm saying everyone calm down. No one likes what I have to say. That's just where it is right now. It's fine. You got to go with your opinion. What's the real Faz thinking right now?
You know, when you open your window and you look left, your neighbor's doing housework. You look right, your neighbor's doing housework, and in front of your garden is a mess. Keep looking at it. It's all right. You know, when you say, "Oh, it's sunny," you should have cut the grass when it was sunny. Now it's raining. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Window just, it's okay. Relax. Let me go and get my porridge. Tea with 3 sugars, please.
But you don't really want to. You just
That's a lot of
procrastinating.
sugars. That's a lot of sugars for a tea. 3.
Yeah,
How
I'm a
sweet
sour
are you having
person.
that?
I'm a sour person. I need extra.
Unbelievable. That's incredible. If you told me I like 3 sugars in my tea, I'd put 2 in and go, that's enough. I'm doing you a favor. 3.
So Faz, basically what you're saying is you're not buying it. Like shit should be done already. Let's just cut to the chase. You're not buying it.
Please, let's look. The manager knows exactly the players he needs to get rid of. The manager knows exactly the players he needs to bring in. What is this chilling? What is this chilling about? What do you mean relax and wait? He already knew. We already knew Ten Hag was coming in from how long ago? He came in early for a reason. Well, why did he come in early then? Well, he could have just taken his holiday. No, relax. Window's gonna open. Then answer. Right, just put things in perspective.
Yeah, but Faz, it's not FIFA, my bro. It's not FIFA. A lot of our players, even the ones we want to sell, have they really performed? Do teams even really want to come in for them? That's another thing to think about.
I get you. No, I get you.
So
but
it's a process, innit? And I hate the word process sometimes. But as the reality, we ain't got a pot to piss in as Man United right now. There's literally a pot to piss in. Ten Hag's having to go and raid his old club, get some of his mates to come and join the team to at least launch this rebuild, at least a start of the rebuild. That's how bad it is right now. So yeah, I get that we're frustrated, but we're just not them guys no more.
On top of that, and let's face it, the wages that we've played, there's a lot of undoing that we have to do. You're a businessman, Faz, you know this. But imagine Marcel's on how much a week, and he's playing like a 50k a week player, and he's on how much a week, Faz. So it's going to be hard to shift that. Are we going to be paying how much of the wages? Are we going to agree for said club to go and? Do you know what I mean? There's other little things in play that we have to look at. That it's not as simple as get rid of them. Sevilla. We was hoping that Sevilla would take him for the set.
They don't want him.
They don't want him. Do you know what I mean? But
I
was reading about Benfica maybe taking on Marcel. They don't want him. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things in play there.
Faz, can you turn your mic up a little bit? Just a little bit. It sounds a little bit quiet.
Can you hear me
just
now?
A bit. Yeah.
Is it better now? I just want us to be a little more aggressive. In all honesty, I just want to be a little more aggressive with the going out and the coming in. That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit more aggressive.
Owen, how do you sum up? I know we kind of did this with KG, but it's been an extra day or so now, and the done deal. Here we go with Núñez. Kind of, in my opinion, I agree. I just saw a lot of people just see this. Núñez is going to be amazing, and we're still going to be shit. See, why didn't we do this? Or wasting it just sparked it all again. How are you seeing it now? Because a lot of people agreeing with Faz. A lot of people agreeing with Faz in the chat, and a lot of people agreeing with DJ as well. Again, it's just
I understand that maybe I might be in the minority with some of these sort of patience things. I don't think it's completely like you're only on one side and you can't switch over as well. It must be said. I don't see that as a flip flop. So when people say, "Oh, you're going to have a different tune in 2 or 3 weeks' time," yeah. I might, because that is the time to panic then. If it does get to pre-season or we're near the end of the tour, you go, we've only signed one player. We haven't signed anyone. Absolutely. Then's the time to panic. But then it is not now. When it comes to how many people do I think is a good window for us, I've always said 4. I think we'll sign. Ideally, we'd sign more, but I think 4 because that's a United number. 4 is generally what they tend to do. I think that's a centre-back. I think that's Frankie de Jong. If that counts as your CDM, it depends on Erik ten Hag's system. The CDM might actually be a deep line playmaker, so Frankie de Jong might actually fall into that bracket. I think that I agree with what DJ is saying as well, that the striker might morph into a right winger, which I think will probably be Anthony. And then that 4th one, is probably going to be a fullback, maybe. But ideally, we'd have 5, and the 5 would be another midfielder, and it would be like a proper ball-winning defensive midfielder. That's what it would be. I think it'll probably be 4. And if it is 4, then I'll be happy with that. And I think that'll be a good window for us. Does it solve all our issues? Barely scratches the surface,
Barely
to be honest.
scratches it.
Because, we probably need 10 players. Let's be honest. Ralph was not wrong when he said that. When it comes to selling players, and I know it's not good to always compare yourself to other clubs, but other big clubs, have they sold a load of players so far? Has a Premier League club, like a big Premier League club, sold a player so far? A deadwood player? It's all been expiring contracts. And, and the contracts haven't even technically expired yet, have they? It's the end of the month. Their contracts expire. So I don't expect those kind of deals to be done until possibly July. And again, I know people would be like, that's too long, or it takes too long, and blah, blah, blah. But that is the transfer window. That's why it closes on September 1st. That's why, that you get the deadline day for it, because clubs negotiate. That's because they, jockey for position. They negotiate for months and months and months. And eventually they either pay up or they don't. And they pay up or they don't right at the end of the window, because it's all a big game. We talk about bankers running United, but financial people run all of these big clubs, and they're constantly in the negotiations. They're constantly communicating with each other and saying, you can pay a little bit more, you can pay a little bit less. Daniel Levy's the best at it. Oh my goodness, that's what he does. People can say about Spurs, they've already signed 2 players. They were free contracts. And again, that's shrewd business. He's a shrewd businessman. You can't argue with that. So again, my opinion might change on this one in a couple of weeks. And to be fair, it probably will. If history is accurate, it probably will. But for me, now is just not the time to do that for me. But again, I understand people that, their breaking point was maybe different, or they've said enough's enough a long time ago and I refuse to budge. And that's fair as well. And they might be proven right in a couple of weeks, and they can point the finger and say, told you so. See, I told you so. And we'll have to wait and see. And I know, again, I know that's annoying, because whenever you say that to anyone, wait and see, people go, F off, wait and see, rah, rah, rah. But, we'll have to wait and see.
There's a lot of super chats. I'm going to get to you, Marcel, and ask you what you think the right window is. MUFC now says Murto and Fletcher versus Ralph and Mitchell. Basically shaking my head. MUFC now also says technically Marcel was right. I don't trust this board. Super chat here from Tabares. Tabares says, I lost all hope when Rangnick left. Murto and Fletcher are looking at their own positions. We could have had Rangnick and Mitchell now. This is not a rebuild. Read that one already. There's quite a few more. Hold 1 second. Nate Haight says, you think Liverpool and City have a list of managers for post-Klopp and Guardiola eras? Yes. Do you think Murto and co had a list for post-Ollie? Obviously, the question was no, because we was panicking. And Malloy says, why should we trust blindly a director of football with 0 credit in the bank? Trust is something that's got to be earned rather than handed over. So basically, show me what you can do, and then I'll trust you. But I think the point is okay, let's let them show us. Yeah. I can't judge you. I definitely can't judge you before the window's open. I definitely can't judge you before the thing's finished. So at the end, when it gets to September, then I can look back at the whole 3 months of the thing and say, do you know what? I'll grade you at this. Then it would get to January, because even one window, I ain't judging it off. I ain't judging it off one decent window where we all look at it and go, Ten Hag got back, because what happens in January? What happens the next summer? What happens the January after that? We need a good sample size. That's another thing about earning trust, is you need a good sample size. So there's 2 sides to that argument, Malloy. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I do agree trust has to be earned, but also what also needs to be traded for the earning of the trust is the time to accrue the trust. We have to trade that if we want to, look to give someone that trust, in my opinion. Woom says, it's still early. Can't complain just yet. If they don't deliver in a month, then yes, this should be a topic, but not now. That's where I am. A lot of people aren't, but that's quite a good way of putting it, I think. And here we go. Boogeyman says, if we get the right players early, Ten Hag will have more time to work with them pre-season. Pre-season is very important. I'm with my guy, Panic FC. I think he means Faz.
I'm Window Shopper FC.
Window Shopper FC, Monitoring FC, Start of the Window FC, Just Opened FC. You're that, innit?
Porridge FC.
Porridge FC. Weetabix FC. Tabara says, we are back to the Ollie plan. This team was second 2 years ago. Rangnick knew what was needed. This will be max 3 in and 5 out. This is not a rebuild. Marcel, what's a realistic window? There is a poll up as well. I put what's a realistic window: 3 players, 4 players, or 5+. Go
And hit a
over
like
to you,
on the like
Marcel.
button. 22
And smash the
Um,
like. There you go.
So I will go with. I like everyone saying 4, but I'm gonna be a bit more positive and say 5. I believe 5 players walk through the door during this window.
Do you? You think
Yeah,
5?
I believe 5 do. But
As in
like you said
sales?
before,
I mean purchases, or you mean like one could be Ghana or purchases? Yeah.
purchases. Maybe one. Yeah, no purchases for real. Yeah, 5. But like you said before, though, we can't judge on just this one window. We have to wait until January. We might be able to go again or be more efficient, or the opportunity arises for a better player in January. But in this window alone, I would like to think 4 is the safe bet. And I agree with everyone. It has to be 2 midfielders. It has to be a centre back. And I would think a striker as well. But like DJ said, it's either a right winger or a striker. But I believe 5 walk through the door. We really do need 5. Like Owen has said, 10 is what's required. And that's why I would give anybody here or any establishment that we put together at least 2 windows, 3 windows to get 10, 4 windows. Do you know what I mean? But this one, I believe 5. We need these players, man. They've seen the season. Everybody saw the season, guys. We need help massively. A CDM for sure. A midfielder. I don't think Frankie de Jong would be the CDM for the Premier League. We need an enforcer type, more physical type. There's been rumors about Sangare. Ruben Neves is kind of the playmaker sent at CDM, like Owen's mentioned. But it needs to be 5 for me.
How do I see it? I think 4 is a magic number this summer. But I've just got this realization of like, I remember saying that there's going to be a lot of players that Ten Hag still has to work with from last year. That's just how it's going to be, because we can't sell all the players because of the shit that we put ourselves in as a club, putting players on big extensions, putting players on big wages. Can't shift them. They're still here. People like Eric Bailly is still here. Phil Jones is still here. Mata's only just gone. Matic only just gone. You want to talk about Pereira? He's still bloody coming back. We don't know where he's going to be. Like the Pogba situation that had to just run its thing down. The Lingard thing. It's like there's a big queue of shit to sort out, and you have to sift through it in an order that we don't want to see. But that's the way the order has to be. We can't just, because these players are coming to an end. They're kind of first in line to go, quicker than trying to sell McTominay, quicker than trying to sell Martial, quicker than should Rashford stay, quicker than Tellez, who only came the other year, quicker than Luke Shaw, who's been here for ages. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's just the way that it's going to go, because like DJ said, it's not FIFA. It's not. So for me, I don't know why I've been able to take this line, because sometimes I don't. Sometimes I've been in moods where I'm like, damn club, we need this, we need that. It's the same old shit. But I'm just looking at things like really black and white. And I'm like, well, okay, this is years worth of failings. So if it's years worth of failings, how could we have 1 year's worth of reparation? It doesn't work like that. It's going to be years. It's going to be years worth of rebuilding then, isn't it? And I think there's this thing that's like, okay, we want to get back to top of English football, yeah? And right now the top of English football is Manchester City and Liverpool, our 2 biggest rivals. But I thought we was all in the same boat of saying, hold on a minute. Whoa. Let's look at that season we just had there. Let's stop talking about City and Liverpool. Stop doing that. Our pool of where we are is we need to be better than Arsenal. This is going to sound embarrassing, but this is just where we are. We need to be certified straight up, no questions asked, better than Arsenal, better than Spurs. What?
Chelsea.
Better than Chelsea as the main 3.
Yeah,
then,
even that's an ask. Let's be honest.
But it has to be done, Owen. It has to be done if you want to compete.
And that's an ask. And then you add in the teams that are just around us that we need to pull clear of. West Ham, Wolves. Yeah. If Leicester get their act together, Newcastle are going to start. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So for me, why on earth are we going in this particular window? Eventually we need to get there, but in this particular window, why on earth are we going, oh, look what Liverpool just did. They just went and got the thing. Oh, look what City just done, man. They got, because they're the fucking best teams. Like, of course they went and just got a Haaland. Of course Of course, City just went and got like a Liverpool just got someone like Darwin Núñez or something. Like our level ain't that.
Imagine we went after Haaland. Imagine we went after Haaland. We'd be laughed at.
People
We'd be
laugh
like,
at us.
why going after Erling Haaland for?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's going to play
Even
Europa League football, isn't
I've
he?
seen the thing about Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham ain't going to come Man United now.
No way.
Again, and then in the same thing, we're like, whatever you do, don't spend like 70, 80, 90, 100 million on one player because we need a minimum of 4. Well, how are we going to do that if we go and get a big marquee signing or enter a pool that we're not in? Like, I think, for me, I'm like, just stick with the reality of where we are, yeah? And for me, that is, if City went and signed Neymar, so what? Don't concern us. Right now, you can say, oh, your rivals are there doing this. Yeah, the embarrassment's been there and how far away we've been from them for years. Because Liverpool have won the title the season before last. City have won it the last 4 times out of 5. Chelsea have been winning the Champions League. City have been going to finals and losing. Liverpool have won the Champions League, got to 3 finals in the last however many years. Like, the shift has already happened. So that's not like you're going to let them go and get Haaland. Well, that's where they are as a club. All they're doing is sprinkling the little bit on top because they have a well-organized team. We can't sprinkle shit. We ain't got no foundation. We ain't got nothing.
No pots
We
to
do,
piss in.
we,
No
we
pots
do
to
sprinkle
piss in,
shit.
man.
We've done it for about a decade.
Well, exactly.
Sprinkling.
Exactly. So, Lecky says here, so Flex, it's not the quality that people are moaning about, it's the quantity. We need at least 5 players this window. 1 should be in by now. So what if we get 3 players within the next 4 weeks then?
Yeah.
It's like I just feel like this can all change in such a quick span. And then I know again people say, when have the club ever done that? When have the club ever done this? But let's be honest. As long as when the window shuts, and ideally, I'm with you, I'm with all of you guys, yeah. You want players in early so Ten Hag can work with them. You want players definitely before pre-season. You don't want to have started the season and then we don't have this player and it's like right up to the last minute. Of course. But if the window shuts on whenever it shuts and we have 4 players and they're the players that we like and they're the good ones that Ten Hag can work with, then good. It might not go the way we want it to go because that's just the way transfers work. But for me, I've just taken that where I'm not actually looking at anyone else. I'm not. Our thing is so effed, right? And the type of transfers that we're trying to get, like we're trying to get Frankie de Jong, yeah. Everyone thinks it should be a quick and easy deal to do. I don't know if I'm by myself. I can see why it's not a quick and easy deal to do. I can actually, because first of all, we had to wait for Barcelona to have their meeting at where their finances are. That took a best part of a week. Then it was Frankie de Jong saying, well, you're asking me questions before I've even been told anything by the club. I haven't heard anything from Barca so far as I know. I'm staying, mate. I don't want to go anywhere else. Then he now gets told that, mate, you're getting sold. Then it's, well, Barca need to raise 500 million by June. So hold on a minute. Why are we then going to give in and give them exactly what they want for Frankie de Jong when they're on their ass? And we have to be, very, very clever with our money because we just said we need 4 to 5 players. So why are we not going to try and save 20, 25 million off the team that's begging on their ass and got no clothes to wear? Well, why are we just gonna give them the first thing? Who are you, Barcelona? You're in financial ruins. Don't tell me about 80 million for thing. Let me barter with you for a couple of weeks and here, take 60 plus 20 add-ons, or take 65 plus this. You don't get to tell me that you want 90 million or 100 million euros. That's where I'm at. I'm like, of course it makes sense this early in the window right now to barter a couple more weeks. I'm completely fine with that. If this De Jong deal takes another 2 weeks to happen and we end up getting the price down, I'm saying well done.
And Flex, we got to remember, this is phase 1 of the rebuild. So our team within the next 2 to 3 years is going to look very, very different. And as you said, we got a massive pile of shit to go through. And yeah, these first crop of players that come in are literally going to be phase 1 players. Some, I'm guessing, obviously, with the Timbers, the Youngs, Anthony, if those are true, they're going to be sort of like mainstays in the team for the next few years. But everybody else is going to be moving at different rates. So we literally just got to sit tight for a few years, 2 to 3 years, and then hopefully within 3.5 years, we'll have the squad that Ten Hag wants. Because the only way that this changes is if the Glazers decide to put a lot more money back into the manager's pocket and the team to invest. That's the only way it changes, like in a fast turnaround, kind of what Chelsea have done in the past. but it's not going to be that. So we have to approach it differently. So yeah, this is phase one, guys. We just got to sit tight.
ANMKD says every deal is difficult to make for any club, for any player. This is not FIFA career mode flex. Agreed. David G says we'll sign maximum 3 players due to the premium clubs put on us. When we buy and we'll struggle to sell. Hannibal, Garner, Garnacho, Mengi, and Laird introduced. And there was another one. Where's that gone? Oh, we said that one already. DJ, you really think Eric Ten Hag will be given bare time like that? The Glazers will pull the trigger by year 3. Poch still hanging about. Oh God, imagine that. Imagine that. Faz, there's talks of again. Faz said he's not interested or whatever, but I'm going to ask you anyway. There was talks of Denzel Dumfries, Alex Crook from Talksport, and Talksport outlet was reporting that Anthony and De Jong, look very, very, very likely to Man United. Are you buying that? If these players are not it, who are you looking at? Who should we go on to? Do you have any preference at all, or you don't care? You just want the players?
No, of course you want set type of players that Ten Hag wants, and I think for me personally, Anthony and Timber would be fantastic. I really do think so. I would love a player like Anthony to come in, a left-footed right winger. I would love a player like Timber to come in, young, aggressive, really good, calm on the ball. And I think it will be likely. I think it will, simply because these players have played with Ten Hag last season, and he'll have that automatic pull with them. I've seen many things of Anthony saying, wherever I'm going to support Ten Hag wherever he goes. I'm seeing pictures of them too, and I think it'll just happen. It's just probably a matter of time. Just want it to be a bit more urgency showed, because I'd love them to come in before pre-season. That's mainly my argument. But I would want them to come in. I don't think I want to look at anyone else or these other 300 players that we're linked to. It all seems like whenever we link to a player, it's because things have gone cold in the player that we want to be signing, if that makes sense. We're going and getting linked to all these other players because Frankie de Jong is all of a sudden maybe not answering his phone or not replying to text messages, But I would want them players to come in for sure. I don't want to be looking at any other players. And that's the mentality I would love the club to approach it with as well, is let's get the players that the manager wants, and let's not dilly-dally about looking at every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Just quickly, here's some quotes just for everybody's food for thought. Alex Crook from Talksport a short while ago said, Frankie de Jong is slowly moving towards a positive conclusion. There's a confidence, almost an expectation at Old Trafford that he'll link up with Eric Ten Hag again. And he also, and Ekrem Kona, who he's been putting a lot of good stuff out there during this transfer window. He said that Man United are planning to make a 50 million euro offer for Anthony coming up shortly as well. And I do. Oh, Flex missing super chat. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying. Here we go. There you go. Keegan says Flex missing my super chats like United missing transfer opportunities. Apologies, Keegan. This is a jam-packed show. Over 2,200 people watching. Smash a like on the video. I have to say this: the tickets are nearly sold out. I checked today for the 100K party at Tocker Social on Sunday. They are nearly sold out. There are still some left, so head over to exactly. Get your training in. Come meet the guys. Come meet ourselves and have some love. Have some music, and some fun and games and stuff, and talk Man United as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys will want to do that. We might have signed a player by then, and I'll be saying you laughed at me. Hopefully we have. I will have a new player on the shirt. If we sign a player before, then I'm going to get the new player shirt on the back of the shirt and wear it to the thing. That's what I'm going to do. That's not going to happen though.
That's bold. That's very bold. We won't sign. Why have you said that? We're not signing anyone now.
No, because we're not signing anyone by then anyway. We're not.
Listen, if we sign a player before the party, first round on me.
Yeah.
I'm saying first round on me.
If we buy it, all right, okay. So
a lot of people are saying Marcel's going to show up in a full kit
with Frankie de Jong at the back.
With oversized shin pads that go up to his knees.
Oh mate, Rafa says, "Oh no,
small shin pads." Thank you.
Oh no, DJ coming in with the MCU reference, talking about phases. Careful, we don't want to lose Flex in the convo. Listen, I know about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
What phase are we in now, Flex?
What
phase are we in now?
Of what?
Of MCU.
What phase are we in now?
Yeah.
Of what phase are we in life in general or in the movies?
He's doing that. He's doing that flex thing. He's flexing. He's doing the
Like,
flex
yeah,
thing.
I just what phase in life? Where am I at? I'm at a phase where United views at 100k. We're looking to push. Gotta be patient.
To be honest, I mean, I just said what phase of the MCU. I didn't expect that kind of
Oh,
deep
MCU,
response.
MCU. So
Yeah.
obviously,
But what phase in life are you in? It shows
obviously,
taking a different turn.
Doctor Strange has just dropped. Do you know what I mean? We're sitting on that. We're talking about that. There's Morbius. We got to look at that. Got to look at Morbius. So we're probably in about phase.
You're crossing.
We're in.
He might get it right,
phase. We're in phase 5.
Oh! You were that close.
We're in phase 4, but we're going into phase 5.
Well, clearly.
You know when you guess the answer in the test and you get it right, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, and also as well, you've seen the workings. You've seen all of the workings. They don't add up, and then you got nearly there. And you go, oh, I can't give you the mark. I want to, but I can't give you the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially when the working was, I'm at a phase in life where 100k United view. It's just got very long.
What phase are we in?
4.
I thought you was about to say it. Yeah.
When does that end then?
I think Fantastic Four is the final film in Phase 4, but that doesn't have a release
That makes
date yet.
sense.
Probably
sense.
next year. Probably next year, 2023. We'll go from probably. I don't know if there's going to be a Phase 5 film in 2023, but
It might be
next year.
Might be the Black Panther one, the sequel.
Or it might be Blade. Blade might be the first one in Phase 5.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, I think it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does make sense though. Season finale. Season 4, phase 4, Fantastic Four, finish it, then get to the 5.
Flex, please.
That does make sense, bro.
Flex, please.
That makes sense. No, but on the real though, I am actually with Faz with the Batman thing. Batman is sick. He is sick. I do like Batman. Just on a separate thing. It's DC now. It's DC.
There's nothing. But you liked BVS. You liked Batman versus Superman. I don't think we need to. That review's already. It's gone viral on social media. You can't just come Gotham and come be mashing it up and all that kind of stuff. Brilliant line from the film.
You can't.
I said you can't.
You can't. Like Faz would say, Faz is all about accountability, taking responsibility for the actions. It's because you've got powers. It don't mean you just do what you want. It's true.
Batman's the hardest. That's it. Batman's the hardest.
Straight.
Yeah, I rate Batman more because he's had to work more for it. Like he's like the Ronaldo and Superman's like Messi. That's what it is. Because Superman's just born with the ultimate thing. Like Batman's like a normal geezer. He's had to use P's to get it. He's had to use research, technology. You got Alfred. You got what's Morgan Freeman's the guy? Him builds everything. You need that. You need that.
He wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. And then he had to work on his martial arts thing, all of that. He's got to jump over that thing. He keeps falling down. Everyone keeps falling down, but he makes it. You have to work hard.
I mean, I don't. Sometimes I've got like a million responses in my head, but I just know where they're gonna go, and I just.
It's true though.
Forget about it.
No, but the thing is, I'm actually basing it off of what happened. Everyone's actually like, that is what happened.
That is what happened. Yeah.
Listen.
Was Bruce Wayne born with powers?
Yeah, being rich.
There you go. Privilege.
What he says as well. What's your
Born with
superpower?
privilege.
I'm rich.
I'm rich.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, Flex,
it.
who's the hardest character for you in Marvel then?
What, like the strongest one?
Yeah.
Like the
Who's your favorite as well? Just go through.
Who's your favorite? Yeah, Flex. Yeah. Who's your favorite, and who do you think is the strongest?
The guy, Thor's quite indestructible, isn't he? He's solid. I don't see him die a lot. Captain America, he's solid as well. But Hulk's it's got to be Hulk, innit? He's just he can't. It's big green thing. You can't. He's just solid, isn't it?
It's Iron Man, but he's dead now.
He's dead though.
Yeah, but he still left behind the whole Iron Man kind of science and technology. So
Spider-Man for me, boys. Spider-Man for me, man. Spider-Man.
Absolutely not.
Spider-Man
Absolutely
for
not.
MCU.
Absolutely not.
Mate, in
Thor
Civil
Hulk
War,
is a
when
good
he,
shout.
in
Thor Hulk
Absolutely
is-
not.
in Civil War,
What
when he
about
came
One
and
of the
smashed everyone.
Spider-Man has to cook his web. He has to cook it. He has to go in the lab and cook it. Only the main Spider-Man that got bit is the real one. Rest of them are a bunch of fakes and frauds.
They all got bit. They all got bit by radioactive thing. That's why they can stick to walls.
Yeah. Thank you, Owen.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
always
think they
here,
have.
don't worry
Then they
about
got
it.
a little pressure.
But they
pads,
all
the
meet
little
each other
sticky
in one
things.
of them. They all meet each other in one of them. Only one of them.
Oh,
Spoiler
talk
alert,
about a
Marcel.
spoiler, Marcel.
Spoilers.
Oh my goodness! I bet there's some people.
I
Has
saw-
no one
I
seen
saw-
it? Has no one seen anything? What's
Oh,
going
there
on?
might
What
be
do you
some
mean?
people. You know,
I
there's
ain't seen
nearly,
it.
over 2K people watching.
Hold on a minute. I saw a little black kid running around in Jordan 1s as Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, Miles
That's
Morales.
the kid. Yeah.
Miles
So
Morales.
who's that
yeah.
then?
He's
That's
like
Spider-Man
another
as well,
Spider-Man.
but in a
Isn't it?
different multiverse.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
different universe.
It's what?
So,
It's-
for
it's-
It's a
instance,
different multiverse.
for instance, if you want to look at it this way, Flex, the multiverse in another universe, there's a Flex that's not on the fence. That's how it would work.
Yeah.
You lot are telling
In
me,
another
bro,
universe,
I saw No. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I saw a Spider-Man running around in them. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you're telling me about multiverses. What are you talking about? There's a
Different-
Spider-Man running around in Jordans, bro.
Yeah, different universe, man.
Yeah, different
He's cool.
universe,
Flex. Did you not just say you watched Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Doctor
They
Strange.
explained,
Yeah.
they broke down the whole multiverse thing in there.
No,
so
I said I saw the trailer.
receipts. Chef Faz delivers again.
So basically,
Oh,
the
man.
Spider-Man way he's in the Jordans is when he was a kid.
No, it's a
No.
different universe.
No, it's a
Different
different
universe.
guy. It's a different
Yeah.
guy. In a different universe, instead of being Peter Parker that gets bitten by a bug, it's Miles Morales. And even the bug has a slightly different story. You know, it
Mhm.
can be from, I think it's one from, was it Oscorp or something like that?
Yeah.
It's in different universes, different things can happen. Slightly different, and that changes the entire universe. In some multiverses, everything's pretty much the same as this universe, but maybe cars fly, and that's that universe. You know, they're all
Jetsons.
linked up. It's not the Jetsons, no.
Old
I mean,
school. Oh.
that's a no.
I
Isn't that
said
like
the
based,
Jetsons, you know
isn't
how
that
old
like
school that
based
is?
like thousands of years in the future as well? It's got a
That's what I
great
mean.
theme song though.
It's
It's got a
everything's
great
happening.
theme song.
Yeah,
How does
I
the theme
remember-
song go?
I remember when the Jetsons met the Flintstones. I remember that episode. That was
Hanna
that was
Barbera,
a
innit?
lit-
That's them.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, old
See?
school, man.
I know about these things.
In
man.
in another universe, Manchester United do transfers really well.
That's true.
What are you saying? What are you not saying about this captaincy thing?
Take it off Maguire, man. Take it
Yeah.
off
Do
of him.
you
Take
think
it
after
off
these
him.
meetings is gonna be gone?
Yeah. I think Ten Hag's gonna be like, I'm gonna give it to Ronaldo, innit? Just give it to
I think-
Ronaldo.
Yeah, the easy bet's Ronaldo, but I would like to see Bruno Fernandes have it, to be honest with you. But the easy bet is
Would
Ronaldo.
you?
Yeah, I believe Bruno would be a brilliant captain for us, and that's definitely putting me firmly into unpopular opinion category, and nobody agreeing with me. But I think Bruno.
Why?
definitely-
Why Bruno? Why Bruno?
I just love his energy. I just love his personality on the pitch is something for me. I know a lot of people complain about the moaning,
What
but a lot of the time it's
personality?
for decisions for the team. A lot of the time, you know,
personality
he's
did
a
you say
bit
on the
headless and he's running around reckless. But a lot of the time, he wants the ball back
A
for
bit.
the team. You know, so you just need to control those things. And I think coming in as a captain, he'll mature and mold himself into a better player for the team.
A lot of people ain't having that one.
You
say
Yeah,
that
I
about
know,
maturing,
I
though.
know,
You say that
I
about
know.
maturing. How old is Bruno?
I
Is he like
know.
27?
No, but as a footballer, I mean,
Really have not-
maturing as a footballer, you know, and at a bigger club, at a bigger stage, Owen. He needs that. I think
he's
captaincy
had his
will
trial
change him.
as a captain. He's been the captain on several occasions, and almost to be fair, most times when he is captain, I think it negatively affects his performance. I think he
Yeah.
plays worse when he has that pressure on
Tries
him.
too
And I think,
hard. Tries too
and
hard.
also I think the scrutiny's on him more. If anything, when he's just captain, he's allowed to moan more at the referee because that's what the captain's allowed to do. If you're not the captain, you can't have a word with the ref. When he's the captain, he's like, well, it's one thing I can do, so I'm just going to moan at the ref for the entire game.
It's a weird one as well because Ronaldo, even though he does moan and whinge as well, because he backs it up by scoring, like he does his job. It's like, and he's just got GOAT level status, like to people. It's like he gets away with that, but the moaning and that because you know what he's done in the game. But Bruno's like, you've been dropping stinkers consistently since this new deal. Yeah, when you are the captain, I don't know, you might give you more license to do that even more. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think the safe bet's Ronaldo.
The
I
safe
mean,
bet
if
is
we want
Ronaldo.
if we want the standards to be raised, he's going to expect high standards from all the players, even the new ones coming in. So
What about
we
De
give it
Gea?
to Ronaldo.
Fine with it. Fine with it. Nothing wrong
Goalkeepers
with a
Union.
keeper. Nothing wrong with being a goalkeeper that's a captain. I've seen that kind of excuse. I don't get it.
Is that
Goalkeepers can't be
arguably not the
captain.
safest bet? The safest one that doesn't make the
No.
most noise is probably giving it to De Gea. Don't you think?
Nah.
And he's also player of the year.
He's like,
Yeah.
It's not commanding enough for me.
It's quiet as a mouse.
Do you need to be though? Some captains, it's leader by performance, not necessarily
You're
by
right,
shouting
but
on the pitch.
I think this United team, they need someone that's vocal and someone that they kind of have respect for.
So you want him to do what Hugo Lloris does with Son on the pitch?
Fighting and that. Just going mad. Yeah, going in on players. I remember that.
Nah, he needs to stay far away from it. The safest bet is Ronaldo.
Do you hate David De Gea though? You heard me.
I don't hate anybody.
Look at him acting.
Listen,
I don't hate anybody.
I don't hate anybody.
I don't hate anyone. I don't have a single bone in my body that hates anybody. So
I like that. I like that. I'm with you on that.
But I just don't think he should be anywhere near captaincy of our club. No way, guys.
You don't think he should be anywhere near our sticks and goal as well, do you?
That's 100% correct. He shouldn't be anywhere near it. But we're here. Maguire's here. So it is what it is.
Did you guys see that thing that Maguire did? He put up his own passing map or something like that.
Oh, you see that?
Why is he doing that?
Progressive passing. He put up a scatter graph on IG stories. Unbelievable.
Oh my
It's got to his head. It's got to his head, man.
That was bad.
Scatter graph.
He retweeted it from his brother or reposted it from his brother in it and was like, "Oh look, yeah, you're right, bro." Amir says, "I just realised now that KG, and Reckless are opposites." But there you go.
Quick
Listen,
question.
guys, wicked. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Would you take Lewandowski?
Oh, that's a good shout.
I'm not getting him though.
How much are we paying him though, Faz? And how long? And aren't you an advocate of these players are too old? This that. We need young, hungry.
I'm sorry, but old.
Take him.
All I'm saying is,
Past his
I
best.
asked the
We
question
need
anyway.
to learn.
I
We
asked the
need to.
question. Can I get
I thought we
answers?
need to. I thought we need to learn. Okay, I thought we need to learn from getting players past their prime. They're old and all of this, and the wages is going to be on.
Losing ahead over Kante a couple of weeks ago. Can't you remember?
Name me. Would you take Benzema if he came?
No, we need to get younger players.
Yes or no, Flex? Would you take Benzema if he came?
We need to get players. Need to get players with sell-on value. Need to get players who aren't past their prime.
Name me 5 players that are better than Benzema in different leagues.
We're talking about major hypotheticals here. Like none of this is happening.
Remember how long time we spent on Conte?
Yeah, but when I was saying
Flex
name
directing
me 5
Fantastic
players,
Four, that's gonna happen as well. Never.
When I was saying name me players that are like way better than him in his position, everyone was like couldn't do it, but said they still don't want him. So I'm just doing the same with Benzema because that's the analogy. That's the rationale we're using. So
look at you, such a child. Look at him.
Why would we want Benzema? Why would we want any old players? Why would we want
flexing? He's flexing. Look at him.
Why would we want any players at the best in their position? Why would we want that? We only want young players who we can count on in 3 years and mold them. Yeah. Don't want anyone good now.
Look at you, rocking and leaning into your microphone, flexing.
Wouldn't want anyone good now.
Come on now. Would you take Lewandowski if he came?
Of course I would. Of course I would.
Owen?
Of course you would take Lewandowski, but we're not getting him. I mean, I'd take Messi as well. Let's list a load of players. Let's name them all. Yeah. I mean, what did we say earlier? It's not FIFA. Not getting Lewandowski. Couldn't get Haaland or Nunes.
We are 1,000,000% not getting Lewandowski. No. We've got more chance of getting N'Golo Kante than Lewandowski, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And we're not even going to get Kante. Anyway, big up the people, wicked show. Great show. Smash the like on the video. Always fun. And remember, like I was saying earlier, smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and get your tickets in the link in the video description below to our 100K party. This time next week we'll be there, actually. Starts at 7, finishes at 12 a.m., I think. And make sure you guys come down. It's nearly sold out, so be quick. And we'll see you guys all very, very soon. We're out of here. Peace.